People of 3001 and 3003 Washington Boulevard, what is happening? The pool boys are back, baby. Let's go. March Madness is in full effect. We've seen 2 rounds, a wild weekend, as always. Can't wait to get into the action, but first, let's take a look at some of the highlights from the tournament.
Got the screen, the 3, bullseye!
Fears, look at Carr on a stick back.
Into a road game for Michigan. The whole building is against them.
Shot away, 3-pointer, no good. Rebound, Michigan.
All right, so it's pretty crazy. So 68 teams. The SEC had 14 bids to the NCAA tournament, which is wild. They only went 8-6 in the first round, but they did have 7 of those teams advance to the Sweet 16. Unheard of season for the SEC. Well done.
I got to tell you, living in SEC country, it's kind of driving me crazy, to be honest with you. I'm sort of over it. They're the greatest conference ever. We get it. So speaking of that first round, it was a little chalky this year. I mean, there were only 5 major upsets outside of the 8-9 matchup, so not exactly what you might have expected for Madness, but you do have teams like Arkansas in the Sweet 16s, a 10 seed. You can see some people. By the end of this thing, I think it's going to end up pretty wild.
Pretty wild. Speaking of wild, and one of those upsets was McNeese State. And one of those darlings from the tournament has been Amir Khan, as he is one of the basketball managers for said McNeese State. And he has something like 10 or 12 NIL deals. He wears a freaking boombox on his neck while they enter the court. It's wild. We're just living in his world right now. Go Amir. As a former basketball manager myself, love to see it.
Yeah, you paved the way for this, you know. You may not have got paid at all in your role, but at least you know, he stands on the shoulders of giants. You know?
I think my NIL deal would have been like B-Dubs, as I just lived. Oh no, it would have been Hero House. That's where it was.
Hero House. B-Dubs actually is one of his, by the way.
Damn it.
There you go. So you hooked him up. Okay, let's take a look at that leaderboard. That's what we're all here for, aren't we? Here we go, baby. First place, Carly Mondry, number 1, 52 points. Got those dookies going all the way. Personally, I hope you lose, but it's nothing personal. It's personal for Duke. So we'll see what happens here. We got a tie in second place. Kevin and Wild Tour 9381 are tied at 50 points. Duke and Florida as our champions. Want to hear more about this Wild Tour? If you have any insight about that, if you want to give us a little more color around that, maybe shoot us an email, drop us a note.
I'm going to guess it was September 3rd of 1981. That's my guess.
September 3rd of 81. It was a Wild Tour. So maybe we're like Guns N' Roses, maybe. Trying to think back. Yeah, could be anybody, really. Could have been a lot of people. How about fourth place? We've got New at 49 points, picking the Dukies. And then we've got A. Fisher 1 in fifth place, 48 points, picking the Gators. So we got a lot of Gators and Dukies at the top 5 here. Pretty common choices. Well done. There's a log jam at sixth place. We got 4 people tied in 6th with 47 points. DJ 3001, bam, 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 bam. Jason number 1, Bob K number 1, Breeze 07. They're all tied at 47. DJ's got Auburn. We got Jason and Bob K with the Dukies, and Breeze going with Houston. That's the only Houston on the top 10 here.
Oh, it's DJ 3003. No big deal.
DJ 2003. Bam, 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 bam. And 10th place, Carol Mitchell with 46 points, picking those Dukies. Carol sneaking into the top 10 as well. It's still anybody's ball game out there.
Whew. All right, well, congratulations on making that first top 10. It's a big feat. And, you know, take a picture, frame it on your wall. Anything can happen. A lot of things can change, especially when Duke loses. All right, so now it is time to hand out some hardware. And Kemp, I need to warm you up here because we're changing up a little bit. Different kind of images and badges. So I'll lead you into this. Just name me any big superhero. Literally big.
Literally big.
Yeah, literally.
The Hulk.
Good. Yes, he is very big. And what would you say is his general temperament?
He's angry. He smashes things.
Angry. Yeah. What's a synonym for angry?
He's upset.
So would you say this is the biggest upset badge as represented by the Hulk? You got it, Kemper. Well done. So this is going out to everyone who picked the 2 biggest upsets of this tournament so far. As Kemper said this in the recap, there haven't been too many upsets, but there were a couple big ones.
Smash.
So the first one was number 12 Colorado State over number 5 Memphis. So the Hulk badge is going out to Carol Mitchell, number 1, M. Flanagan TW, and Teddy Merritt. Congratulations on picking one of these biggest upset. Now, the other one was number 12 McNeese State over number 5 Clemson, but unfortunately, no one picked that one. That's okay, but just wanted to point that out. Hulk was out there getting big and upset because of these two number 12 over 5s. So congratulations to you three. Let's give the Cowboys some more love next time, huh?
Yeah, where's the Amir love? Maybe they just didn't know about Amir. Now you do. Now he's a national sensation.
If you don't know, now you know.
Sometimes, however, when we pick the upsets, we get a little too cutesy. Maybe we make way too many upset picks. I get it. It's madness. You think there's going to be a lot of upsets. There weren't that many this year. But one person in particular got awfully cute. And upsets were a bad choice.
They were a bad
Or F. Brew, Felicia Brewster of Compass in Building 3001. She's got Duke, Clemson, Drake, and Marquette in her Final Four. Duke, I get it. Clemson, okay, if you're an ACC homer, maybe like a dark horse out in the first round of McNeese. Drake and Marquette in the Final Four. Whoa. Was this an auto pick bracket? But you still had Duke as a champion? Like, I don't know what's going on here, Felicia. I'm here for it. I love the randomness. Maybe she's like Big East and ACC, or like, I don't know what Drake, I don't even know what conference Drake is in.
It is way too hot outside to be picking Drake in your Final Four. Way too hot outside.
It's so damn hot. Milk was a bad choice.
Upsets were a bad choice.
They were a bad choice. Ugh. Well, again, we applaud the effort and going out on a limb, being different. Okay, so earlier we just talked about the Hulk being one of the superheroes, but on the flip side, you gotta mirror it and see who are the big baddies, the villains. And of course, the Avengers were facing off against Thanos and all of his Infinity Stones. And when he snapped his fingers, half of all life just disappeared. Well, Thanos took a liking to some of your brackets too, because this new badge is called Oh Snap, because this is going out to those who lost 2 of their Final Four teams already in this first weekend. So unfortunately for Breeze 07, you had Iowa State and St. John's in your Final Four. Both of those are gone. Thanos said no mas, and they got dusted. I'm sorry.
Steady, Quill.
What happened to Felicia's bracket? Did he like double, like snap and a half? How do you get rid of 3 Final Fours?
She avoided the snap and then just kind of, I don't know. She's sneaky.
Dusted herself.
Yep. She's sneaky.
I don't know. Either way, oh snap. Oh snap.
Oh snap.
All right, last badge here. And maybe we shouldn't be joking so much because honestly, this is pretty freaking unfunny. If you lost your champion in the first weekend, I mean, come on. There's nothing worse than getting ready for this tournament and you're so excited and you fill out all the brackets, you look at all the data, and you get to the end and like one game in, your team is gone. It's like,
done.
What?
Well, I had a good run.
And then you make it through one round, you're like, oh, I'm good. And then the next day, because it's a tight window there in the weekend, gone. So for Maggie, Stelmazek, Transwestern, I don't know what's going on with her luck. She picked Connecticut for the three-peat this year. They actually almost came through against Florida. Didn't get it done. How about CJ VZN? Courtney Souvenir Jr. from HDR. Building 3001 had St. John's. Courtney had a good run last year. Couldn't get it done with St. John's this year. Kent Bonner of HDR also went with St. John's. Maybe he and Courtney were kind of working together there. Working in alliance. Didn't work out. A little alliance. Didn't work out. And then E. Arquitola. That's Emilio Arquitola from HDR. Texas A&M as a champion. As a bit of a random pick, but you know what? Again, you gotta go for it, man. Shoot your shot. So Emilio, unfortunately, you're done here. HDR, not so happy with these 3 folks. You may need to go to HR and check in and make sure you guys are still having your jobs.
It's not funny. In fact, it's pretty freaking unfunny.
If you lose in the bracket, you lose your job. That's just how it works.
That's how I run my company. I don't.
Fun fact with UConn, maybe it's a good thing they didn't win and get the three-peat, because did you know Pat Riley has trademarked three-peat when he was with the Lakers, so they would had to put up some moolah for that.
That's right.
So good thing. Whoo, dodge the bullet, UConn and Maggie. Whoo. All right, First 2 rounds are complete and in the books, which means the Sweet 16 and Elite 8 are coming next. This is still up for anybody. You know, it is up for grabs. A lot of champions are still left, except for the last couple. Sorry, guys. So that means there's a lot of things, like a lot of moving and shaking that's still going to go on. A lot of excitement left. We can't wait to see what's coming next. So until next time, the Pool Boys are